so it's time to continue our journey with Aria and Ristov. I forgot to change this. That's not the right category. That's the right category. I'm smart. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Surprise.
Oh, I was out of it. I was like staring at the wall out of it. Okie dokie. Have you got everything opened up?
Yep. I'm just changing my overlays really quick.
Okay.
I have the music ready.
Oh, me too, me too. I am ready when you are, dear.
Alright, turn that off. Alright. Turn this down. Set this to loop. Ready when you are. Count it down.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, hit play.
Done.
Alright, my dear. So, the last time that you had left off, there was a bit of an interesting reveal of two of the NPCs bickering with one another about the very ring that was given to Aria.
Yep.
Not much other intel would have been known, other than what she had received last time, and was just being heavily put into the idea of potentially visiting the school. That is where we left off. I think we are potentially about midday by now,
Something
because
like
she
that,
enjoyed
yeah.
she enjoyed a very good breakfast at the inn, and is now standing outside of Gita's home. Maybe a bit of a rustle can be heard from within, and this is the point where I give it to you and say, how do you begin your adventure?
Well, because if I remember correctly, she could still, if I remember correctly, she could still go to the school and look for the book, even though the class is like in session. She doesn't necessarily know what to look for, because she didn't necessarily get a name of the book or anything like that from Gita or the other guy. Okay, let's see. I think right now what she's gonna do is, I think she's cause I'm trying to remember. In terms of pictures, she has not yet gotten a picture of the mountain and like with the cover on it, if I remember correctly. So what she's gonna do now, she's gonna go back up to the highest point in the village, which, if I remember correctly, it should still be the bell tower of the school, correct?
Yes, that's where you found the one schoolboy who was urging you to, like, wondering why the heck you were up there. Yeah, like, what are you doing on the top of our fucking school, you little,
You little shit.
You crazy fucking bird.
So yeah, she's gonna go over there, and basically just, for now, she's gonna watch, but she's also gonna try and sneakily grab a picture of the mountain.
Okay, hold on, let me open up my thing.
Yeah, let me grab my dice box. Give me a second. To put my VR stuff away. Alright. Okay. I have my dice. I am ready.
Okay. So go ahead and put yourself in position. You said you're gonna try to climb or fly up to the bell tower again?
Yep. She's gonna go to the bell tower.
Okay.
She'll jump into the air and wing herself up there. Carefully look around and making sure that, no one's really looking at her. And even then, she would be very, she'd peek down the staircase, like the entryway into the bell tower itself, and making sure it's clear. And she would very sneakily pull out her phone and angle it in a way to grab pictures of the mountain.
Okay. I'm going to only have you roll 1 because you are up there alone.
Okay.
And from here to here, it is several yards away. So this is the best way for you to potentially do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 8.
Oh. Okay. Even with your meager 8, I'm going to just be blunt with you. The only way that you could have failed this was with a natural 1, and then I would have had an interesting time. You're able to take a bit of a blurry image of the mountain, but you get an image nonetheless. And
okay.
Remembering carefully, you also cut your shutter off.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody in this area, as busy as beavers as they are with midday, but you have a feeling in the next 2 hours people might be getting closer to lunchtime, coming outside more, something of that nature. Now you are quietly just perched on top of a bell tower.
What were some of the other locations that were in the village again? Because I know she went to the store, which is where she found, the guy.
Right.
So the
we
ring.
had the store, which was here.
Mm-hmm.
We had the smithery that was here.
Okay.
The large home that was ornately decorated here with a homage to Own outside of its front in the form of a statue. You have not been to this location, and I think here as well. Because remember, you had a radius cone about how far you could see clearly of what they were.
Mm-hmm. Well, after, looking out across the town and all that, looking around and, enjoying the scenery, if I remember correctly, the northeast building was where Luna ran into, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
This one right here, you saw her run in there in a bit of a hurry. Gave you a polite bow. Showed off the fact that she did in fact have wings as a bit of a show off, and then darted off into that large towered building. It is very tall. It is also currently taller than where you are right now.
Oh, okay. Then she will make her way over there and see what the building is. She is curious.
Okay. Now I'm going to need you to get that other d20.
Okay. Ready?
Are you trying to fly above it, correct?
No.
Or just fly over to it?
Over to it.
Okay, over to it. Then never mind. I do not need that roll then.
Okay.
The gentleman out front is going to seem to have something in his hands that is similar to a crossbow, and is going to slowly put it down as you fly over.
Understood. Tracking. She's, gonna land down and walk her way over towards, I guess, what would be the entrance and where I guess the guard is, and greet him with a smile and be like, "So I'm sorry. I was just curious. What is this place?"
He'll seemingly quirk a very rough eyebrow at you and scan you from head to toe. He'll kind of tilt his head for a second and then realize the dots will kind of connect that you seem definitely a foreigner. Shoot, I had the word. and then I lost it. Well, shit. I'm gonna just freeball it then. This here is where Our Lady lives. Why, do you have business today?
I was just curious as to what it is all. I did see Lady Luna go in there, so I was just wondering what it was like, what this building was.
It is both a home, a business office, and where most of the things transpire into this entire village.
I see. Well, I shouldn't bother you anymore then. I will leave you to it.
He'll kind of give a nod and pull up a mug with something in it and be back on guard.
Okay. She'll walk away for a bit and hop back into the air again. Let's see.
So many tabs open.
Yeah. Let's see. At this point, she's probably gonna get more curious than anything. She's gonna go ahead and go back towards the school and see if she can gain entrance to go look at the library.
Okay. I'm so glad that we didn't have to plug you full of holes today.
You know, yeah, she wouldn't have gone up there anyways. She just wanted to go over to it, so.
Yeah, it's like one of those things of like, I don't want to fire at the bird.
Please don't.
It's a very nice bird.
Please don't hurt my girl.
Alright, so, going back over to the school, everything is, you could see bellows of smoke coming out of the top. All of the lights are lit up nice and bright. You can hear the delightful humming sounds and singing of quite a few children from the inside. That this guy isn't actually out here. I just have him as a placement for to remind myself. And yeah, there is a sign out onto the front for this is a elementary school. What the best way to describe it? And it seems more than inviting.
Okay. She will slowly walk up to the door and push it open, assuming that it is unlocked.
It is unlocked.
Alright, she will step inside and look for any indication as to where the library would be.
Okay, 1 second. I gotta make sure that you can control yourself. As odd as that sounds.
Ah, yes. Map swap, let's go.
Yep. Just for clarification, this is the last map that is available for you to move into. If you're to go into any other building, it will have to be Theater of the Mind.
Okay.
Alright. Okie dokie.
Oh, okay.
So, You enter in onto the school, just as the map shows on here. There are a little handful of children of various ages, some seeming to be on the more teenager side, something seeming very, very young, and at the end of it is the man that you saw earlier, sort
Mhm.
of, shoot. He seems already kind of deeply busy to give the children his attention. He has a long ruler at the tips of his fingers, and he's able to show them what appears to be on it wouldn't be so much a chalkboard as more of a bit of a scratch board.
Gotcha.
Um, mhm.
Okay.
Uh, different types of letters and symbols all over the place. Um, to the very fair left and right hand sides of the walls, however, are every type of book that you can imagine. It is unsorted. These are the bookcases off to the left and
Mhm.
right here. Um, and as soon as the door opens and you enter, because I don't imagine you entering in very sneakily.
No, but she would be
um,
quiet if she hears the voices coming from within.
all right, it is my turn to roll in. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Oi, Master Leisha, you have a visitor. Oh? Oh, hello there. Um, I haven't seen you before. You're not possibly a new en- enrollee, are you?
No. She'll shake her head and look around. I primarily just looking for, well, the library for the most part. I was searching for a book.
Ah, I see. Well, the larger library at this time is well closed off until we can make some well overdue repairs. However, most of our bulk of the library are placed in here for the kids to get easy access to. Uh, I don't suppose I don't mind you looking around, but uh, pray tell, might I ask why at this hour? I don't particularly mind, but it's just rather odd. And he'll tilt his head.
she'll kind of get like a little flustered. If I'm disturbing anything, then I apologize. I can always come back later.
Hmm. I'll tell you what. So, hmm. He'll stop for a moment and quietly put his book and everything off to the side. Children, open book 3 and work on those sheets that I've placed inside. It'll kind of like skitter off to the end here. Um, oh wow, I made him accidentally a large man.
Ah, yes. Perspective.
It is hard to do. Um, and then he kind of leans on a very ornate looking cane. Well, before I let you peruse my books, particularly, what is your name?
Hmm. My name is Aria. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Aria. I haven't seen you around here. Did you recently move in?
No, just visiting.
Hmm. Tell me, Miss Aria, why would I trust a complete stranger?
I wouldn't ask you to.
No. tell me this then. If you don't mind just having a bit of a seat, and maybe just paying attention for a few moments. When the children leave, then I'll have no problem potentially showing you anything that you like.
Certainly.
Is that alright?
Hmm.
Alright then. Have a seat wherever. Besides, there's nothing wrong with a little learning.
She'll hop and sit over here. And to note, she will look very attentive. She's very curious.
Alright, everyone. Well, you've got your workbooks and everything placed. I will pull out today's second lesson. And then he's going to flip the scratchboard over, and there are going to be finely pinned, ornate drawings and paintings of two very familiar dragons. Well, to seem a little bit more familiar. And a island that is the mass center drawing. It has every fine detail you can imagine. It is a floating island that has different types of waterfalls cascading from its sides and alongside a large golden, city in the very center of it. The golden, the gilded parts of the drawing are done with a very fine looking paint that seems to have fingerprints at the bottom of it. Next to that and the images of the dragons are going to be two ornately, beautifully, I'm running out of adjectives, two women dressed in fine armor. One of them is seeming to be more, from the details that you can see from the very back row, one in gold, and the other one seeming to be in more dark blues and light pales and periwinkles. So, today, my dear children, we will be learning about the city of Alias, or Alias, as depending on your influctuation of words. The kids will kind of peek up for a second, some of them more so kind of nodding off, and he will begin his lesson about the city in the sky that is a part of Ristov. If you actually want me to go over all of this...
No, you don't have to. We can time skip. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Alright, I'm going to roll.
Because we are a little bit limited on time because I have about 2.5 hours, so.
Yeah, I'm also needed somewhere probably close to midnight, so I'm also just very tired.
Yeah. And we do kind of want to end it the
yeah, I
today.
want you to be home by Halloween is my goal.
Yeah.
In character, it will also take you about a weekish to get home.
Okay. That's perfect. Fine.
So that is...
I mean, granted, she technically could have she could have returned home in character already. It's just more of, I just don't play the character because, we're doing stuff right now anyways.
Right, but to be completely fair to the roleplay, I would say give it a little bit longer before playing them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mostly because this journey is meant to be a bit treacherous. Like hell, Oblivious and I had basically our character gone for a lot longer. Yeah.
But you were also walking and not having the gift of flight.
Right, but still.
Yeah. No, I get
say,
that. Yeah, no worries.
So, for clarification here, this one falls asleep at her desk. She seems a bit younger, beautiful golden locks, more richly dressed, but falls asleep at the beginning of the lesson. This one tentatively listens and occasionally asks a few questions.
Mm-hmm.
This one, while tentatively listening, will occasionally make eyes at this one. This one seems to be rummaging through her bag. This one has fallen asleep the other half of the lesson. This one seems to be crumpling something up at his desk, but also listening. Fallen asleep. Things have a bit quieted down. He's given them some more journals to look at and potentially get something to eat out of their pouches. And has, at any point in time, maybe she might have asked some questions. Let me know, like, in my DMs later, and she would
Okay.
have given you, like, any information.
Sure.
Because this is technically a lot of
Yeah, there's a lot of lore that
history.
can be done here. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot of lore.
Yep.
And at the time, while they're at their leisure, will give you, he will wiggle his finger from across the room and kind of give you a point to say, hey, come here for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then sit behind his desk.
Alright, so
You can tell I'm tired because I'm DMing like a toddler.
Alright, she will make her way up. There we go.
Now, what can I help you for with Miss Aria? You seen as you didn't disrupt my class in any way, and you don't seem to want to be causing harm.
No, it was quite an interesting class indeed. I learned a lot.
My manners, by the way. I am Lishu.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. I don't mean to be brash, but, well, pray tell, you have quite large feathers. Are you a harpy by chance?
Yes, I am half harpy.
I see. Huh. I'm rest assured a lot of people in Ristov have already told you. Well, we don't see a lot of harpies out here.
I have been told that, yes.
I'm pretty sure exhaustingly so. Again, what can I help you with?
She will hesitate for a moment, and then finally hold out the ring towards him. I'm trying to find answers regarding this. Or information at the very least.
Oh. That's quite interesting. Has anyone... Well, have you figured out what type of stone this is?
Miss Gita said it... I don't... Actually, out of care... was she told what the stone was? I forget. I know you told me what it was. I don't remember if the guy told her.
I know one of the rings that were given... I don't remember if it was a ring or a necklace.
This one was sapphire. I know that. This one's a sapphire. I just don't remember if the shopkeeper told her. I mean, we could say that he did. I don't remember.
I think that he did, because I think that's how we got the knowledge of sapphire.
Got
anyway.
it. Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
To be completely fair,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at this point. So, she'll reply with, the shopkeeper said it was a sapphire.
I see. Do you mind if I check it for any magical properties?
Not at all.
Oh, alright. He'll kind of like wave his fingers over for a second, and there'll be a little glint in his eyes. He kind of wavers it over, and suddenly his eyes get to the size of saucers as he is pretty much finding out certain information about it. Not only on that, it seems like he's getting a bit of a vision of sorts.
Okay.
He has completely stopped moving. It is almost like a "that's so Raven" stare for a moment, and he kind of shakes his head to kind of like draw himself back to the land of the living, so to well, back to reality, and snaps his attention back onto you, and will kind of mumble out, well, I see. That is most definitely magic in nature. Where did you get this?
The elderly woman, Miss Gita, gave it to me. She gifted it to me.
He'll seem to let out the most exhausted, just, and then pinch the bridge of his nose.
Okay.
Did Miss Gita say where she got this?
Oh boy. she'll let out a sigh and she'll just like lower her head slightly. And then she'll like start gesturing as she like starts explaining everything.
Yeah.
She'll basically start explaining how Gita gave it to her, to which she then found out that the old shopkeep then originally gave it to her, to Gita, and he got it from a traveling salesperson who is apparently a vampire. And she'll explain basically all of this to him as best as she can. And then she will also explain that ever since she put it on 1 day ago, if I remember correctly, it should have been one full day ago.
Yeah, it was about a full day ago.
She has been hearing humming in the back of her mind. A song that she does not recognize. A voice that she does not know. And she has had 2 dreams. Each of them pertaining to water. And the second one, she saw a woman figure walking on water, turned to look at her, and asked, "Hello."
Okay, alright. We are going to have a town meeting after this. Miss Aria, do you plan on keeping this ring?
I would like to. Why?
It is like essentially keeping a person.
Her eyes will just go really wide.
Right. So, how well versed are you in the things of arcane mana, magic, any magic at all?
A little bit. I mean, if you describe things to me, I could probably see if I remember certain things or not.
Right. So, he'll kind of tell her to kind of like come onto the other side of his desk and then pull out a stool for her to sit down next to him.
Okay.
Children, we are going to have a half day. And I want all of you to go home and practice everything that is on pages 2 and 3. We will be having the next quiz. Let's say next 10 day. I want all of you to just go ahead and go home. And if anyone asks why you're going home today, I have a family member who needs talking to. Miss Aria here is a distant cousin, and I would like to spend time with her for the rest of the evening. So go ahead and go on home. Make sure to sign your papers on the way out. And all of them are kind of giving him like a skeptical look, but they're kind of
even Aria's just like, huh? Okay. You know, I'm honestly surprised the children are even giving him the skeptical look. I would have expected them to just bolt the fuck out.
Some of them are being woken up from like their nap and then just filing out in one way or another, and then filing out, and then just causing like a little bit of ruckus and mayhem on the way out, and just just kids being kids. Almost not a single one of them stops and asks a question. It's like, "Oi, I remember her. Your crazy cousin was on the bell tower earlier. Why was she up there?" I was getting her to check and make sure that the bell was clean. My apologies, I did not tell you sooner. The boy who rang the bell earlier will kind of squint and put like a hand on his hip and say, "Yeah, right, whatever. Come on, Jess, we gotta go home."
Oh, I love you, Mara. Holy shit.
Me too.
I love this. I really do.
Freaky fucking bird woman. That was a joke, by the way.
Oh, no, I know.
You're
fine. You're fine.
Right. So, and he'll look at her and kind of gesture her to go ahead and have a seat if she already hasn't.
Oh yeah, she's been sitting
down. He will actually look at her. I want to make sure that you could pick this up on the microphone, so hold on, let me try to get a little close. He'll just... Ah, shit, it didn't pick up. He's just gonna snap his fingers, and these two sets of armor that are on the wall are going to stomp. I'm not gonna do it out, but they're going to stomp and both stand right here.
Oh, she's gonna look terrified now. She's actually gonna look scared. She's actually like a mix of scared and concerned.
Madam. I apologize. I should have told you what I was going to do. However, I'm going to explain to you what you have, and he's going to slide it over to her, as gentle as a puppy. The armor is just to make sure that the children don't turn back around and ask me 7 questions like they normally do. And as soon as he says that, the two, the more redheaded ones with the curly hair, who appear to be twins, are already just kind of like peeking at the door. And he says, "As soon as they decide that finally go home, I will remove the guards." He's trying
she'll like slowly let out her breath, and she'll just be like, "Okay."
The children believe that they're people. I call them funny names sometimes just to throw them off. And as soon as the kids, you can kind of make out from the window that all of them are either gone or at least out of view. He'll snap his fingers again, and then the guards will move away from the door. "I am so sorry I had to put you through that. In my position, I would have had a heart attack too." And he'll kind of like put his hands together. Now, I am figuring out precisely what this is. Madam, are you versed in a location called Fort Stein?
Not particularly. I believe it might have been shown on my map early when I set out for this journey, but I've not personally been there, no.
Right. So, he will scroll out a large, like probably the most ornate copy of the map of Ristov that you've seen. Even it's even finer than Rochelle's and has even more details than what Rochelle was able to give you. And he'll scroll his finger across and point exactly where the location is. Right. So, relatively about, I want to say about 3 years ago. No, it was rather 2. Never mind. Sorry, I had to think about it for a moment. There was another incident, but about 2 years ago, this entire location was not used for its intended purpose. It was used for a traffic area. Do you understand what I mean by a traffic zone?
Yes.
Okay. Women by the dozens were held here against their will, and most of them managed to make it out in one piece. One of them, if what you're saying is correct, rather, is possibly entrapped here. And he's gonna kind of gently just point his index finger onto the ring. Right here.
Her eyes are just gonna go wide, and she's just like very much surprised.
So, one of two things are happening. One, Gita probably received this ring ages ago as just a ring. At one point, did they mention who else possessed this?
Aside from the shopkeep, not that I'm. No one else. Aside from that, the one who sold it to the shopkeep.
The name, that name right there. Do you know the name?
I don't remember his name.
The name that was given to you was a smith, which is the most, I don't want you to, basically, I don't want you to know my real name type of name.
Yeah. Oh, that's the shopkeep's name, correct?
No.
Oh, that was, that's right, that was the vampire's name.
The vampire's name.
Okay, got it.
Or, quote, the smith. It was a bee smith, to be in fact.
Okay. The shopkeep said his name was like B. Smith.
And he will give Aria a quizzical look for a moment. And then, after he's done kind of like putting the dots back together again, he's going to kind of tap his fingers together. Okay. So, you said this is happening when you go to sleep, correct?
Well, the dreams have happened since when I was asleep, but I can still hear the song. I still hear it right now.
I see. That is a good sign. There are potentially ways that we can go about this. What was some of the things that you saw minus just her?
The sounds of water. She was walking on it too. It was like kind of like a lake. Like where she walked, it was like she was footsteps in the water. Like the ripples emanating out from each step.
Right. Sorry, what I'm thinking is going on here is this is being used as almost like its own almost like its own prison. Originally, these sorts of things were made to keep certain people safe. When the incident happened, well, out at Fort Stein, there were a countable of 3 of these rings that had gone amiss. One of them a pink, the other a blue, and finally a yellow. This one, I don't think is showing me a memory. I think it's showing me her. She gave me a lot of detail. Then again, I have a higher connection to the weave, and he'll kind of fumble it around in his fingers for a second, then put it back on the desk. Figuring out how to know for sure is either going to take an intense amount of magic to remove them, or someone who is able to have a connection to the mind.
What do you mean by that?
Well, do you know about theories of the dreamscapes or mindscapes or anything like that?
I think I've heard mention of it.
Right. And he'll pull out a pencil and start scribbling on a piece of paper. A large circle at the center, 2 lines that make into the shape of a V, but each line going in a different direction. At the end of the V, 2 circles. Do you want me to draw this out on MS Paint and show you?
If you want, it's up to you.
Yeah. Fine. Screw it. Fuck it. We ball.
I'm also trying to remember if Aria actually heard Sakoto talking about dreamscape stuff, and I don't think she has. All I know, if I remember correctly, all she knows is that Sakoto says psionic. I think. I've had only a few interactions with Sakoto as her.
That's alright.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember.
No, it's fine. He's basically gonna explain it to her now.
Okay, go for it.
So can you see?
Second. Go back to Discord. Yep, go ahead.
And why, yes, we are using MS Paint for this.
Hell yeah.
So, the way that I understand it is, here we are, right now, in the, let's just call this the world of awake.
Okay.
The world of what we know, logic, and total understanding. Escape of the mind are the places that our brains have built in a state of security. So this would be and when we are asleep and dreaming, we have our dreamscape. I like to think of these as 3 potential states of mind, and being concentrated with some sort of form of magic is a particularly difficult thing to do. But crystals are capable of doing such things. They're allowed to hold a lot of things. It is like the concept of building a tiny
Gren.
hut.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome on.
But on a much more mass scale. At this point, he's, to another person, is going to look like a lunatic. But with her probably living out somewhere in the metaverse, is probably gonna go, oh, wait a minute, this kind of makes a little sense. So, this ring is potentially being able to connect to its own plane, or a mindscape, or dreamscapes. But then again, this is just some sort of theory. Most of these were disbanded for the very particular reason of why this has happened. While it is a clever way to keep someone hidden away from something for their safety, in the wrong hands, you could imprison someone for the rest of their life and not be able to escape without the right amount of magic. And this was in our own backyard. Okay, all right. He'll pinch the bridge of his nose again.
So then what would be the best way forward then? Attempting to get her out, or... well, I guess not.
I would love to attempt to free them, because anyone, well, deserves a form of freedom, right? You wouldn't want to be trapped in a tiny little rock on somebody else's finger for all eternity. But at least I'd hope I'd imagine not.
Not particularly, no. I would probably drive me crazy.
In the last couple of years, you are probably the first voice that she's heard that isn't, well, whoever bought them.
So, is she just able to hear my voice, even when the ring is on my finger?
I feel as though the most time that they can hear you properly is, well, when you are able to dream.
Well...
So, my suggestion would be... Well, I would say we'd bring it to Father Alou, but we haven't been able to reach him. And he'll kind of slump back into his chair, kind of looking defeated.
Yes, I was told that there's something strange going on the mountain.
The citizens are trying to be quiet about it as to not cause an uproar to the rest of Ristov. It is one thing that his hatchlings are still bouncing from place to place, but they themselves are also trying not to cause issue. They know that their father's been quiet, his thoughts have been quiet, his visitation has lacked. And on top of that, none of us can get close enough to even figure out what's going on with the mountain. There are people's families who, if they heard or saw such a thing, would probably risk their lives just to, well, either one, out of curiosity, two, out of trying to salvage what's left of the mountain's peak. This is not just dangerous for this village, mind you. This is dangerous for all of Ristov.
I see. What would you recommend we do?
Without really finding someone to potentially shift into a different plane, which is someone of either a particular set of skills or someone who's willing to risk that sort of business with some sort of ritual, there's not much we can do. I'm willing to give this sort of thing a go, but I would have to be removed from the children for quite some time. I would also need a replacement.
Too many unknowns. But at least one thing is known, at the very least. That there is someone there. There is a way to get her out, potentially. But...
Yes.
Until such time as one could do such a thing. Well...
Miss Aria, I would recommend to start keeping a diary. And he'll kind of lean up for a second and completely push the ring over back towards her. I'm sorry I can't provide you more help. Unless you're willing to stay here another 2 weeks and help me get a replacement. Until then, there's not much I can do to help as much as I would want to.
Unfortunately, I don't think I would be able to stay another 2 weeks. But what I could do, I can always go quietly searching around the area I call home. Maybe see if I can find someone. Or failing that, at the very least. And she'll pick up the ring and hold it in her hand. Give her someone to talk to.
Right. Miss Aria, if you do bring this item home, I am going to ask you with the greatest magnitude to keep the absolute of this situation hushed.
Yes, I will.
God knows what could potentially happen if outsiders get their hands on that form of magic, not to mention reinverse it, or hell, even accidentally break it somehow, because it is still a ring. But the uncertainty of breaking something like that could potentially lose someone's life. So, I don't know.
Then I will promise to keep this quiet until such a time where I can find someone that I believe can either help, or one, help, and two, be trustworthy enough to be able to help.
He'll kind of nod and then slump his head like directly into the desk. Fair enough, Miss Aria. I do believe I need a nap.
Well then, I will thank you for the information you have shared.
Oh, thank you for bringing it to my attention. The only thing of uncertainty is I will have to bring something like this to Our Lady. And that will not be a fun task.
quietly slip the ring back on her right hand, and she'll slip it over her middle finger.
The ring is silent.
She'll stare at it for a little bit, curious, and she'll look over to him and just, well, I shouldn't take up more of your time.
You've been perfectly fine, Miss Aria. It has been a long time since something that particularly dangerous has crossed my hands, and now I just need to take a nap. He's not even going to lift his head up from his desk. He looks flat as a board.
She will nod understandingly, and she will quietly stand up, and before leaving, and I'm assuming that the suits of armor will have moved back away from the door.
Oh yeah, they've long since moved.
Okay.
Like as soon as he snapped again, they moved.
Gotcha. She will place a small feather on the desk of hers, and she will quietly pat her way out the door.
I just imagine her little bird feet just going to tick tick tick.
Well, she has human feet, so she would be very, very quiet. Yeah.
By the way, this is a detail that I forgot to have mentioned. Between each, like, sets of desks in round, like, circular pictures are, detailed paintings of, warriors, like, in a very similar armor. So, it's, basically just more homage to Alu inside of the, inside of the school. Alrighty.
Well, that was interesting. Holy shit. I did not expect that. Okay.
I know.
Alright. I would say at the very least that would have taken several hours worth of time, correct?
Oh, yeah, it's probably close to sunset right about now.
Okay. So, what she will do is she will take to the skies once again, and she'll see if Gita is out and about, and if not, and if either Gita or the shopkeeper, and she'll go back to Gita's house first off and see if they're still there.
Okay.
So she'll fly her way over.
Alright. I'm going to roll this time. Oh, hot dog, damn. Alright. Alright. What are you doing? Are you knocking? Are you just sitting on her porch like an awkward little bird? Like,
she's going to very gently knock at the door.
What? Wait. No. Give me that. I need to go answer the door. No, I don't care. No. I will get to you in a minute. Just because we need to make up for lost time doesn't mean that we ignore people. You need to be more sociable, Herbert. That's fine. Oh! And she'll creak the door open. Oh. Hello! Hello. How are you doing, dear?
I am quite well, actually. Was curious. And she'll peek around him, and I'm assuming she'll see the shopkeep behind her.
Oh yeah, in their living room, it is. It is very apparent that he is trying to pretend to be asleep in a chair in the living room.
Okay.
The upper half of him is completely completely dressed and warm. The other half of him is in a nice, snuggly blanket. There are several little bits of food on a little dish that's next to like a table. He is suddenly, very suddenly, at home with Miss Gita, and he is doing his best to pretend to be asleep.
Understood. I'm actually gonna do something. Let's see this. Oh yeah, she doesn't even notice that. Okay, she doesn't even realize that. She doesn't believe that he's faking it. Okay. She will not a Gita, and she will I just wanted to come by and see you. I am planning to leave here probably in the morning.
Oh?
I will head home.
Well, I tell you what, you've been an absolute delight to have here. I'm not normally one for the sword, but she'll kind of like kneel down and open up her arms for a great big hug.
Aria will very happily give her a warm embrace.
You stay sweet, stay vigilant, and be careful, okay?
I will. And you? Well, I hope that everything works out well here.
Oh, I think it will be. I think everything will settle down in no time.
I hope so.
Are you gonna get one last thing of food before you leave?
I think I will, yes, spend the night, one more night at the tavern and head out in the first light.
That's a good choice.
Well then, I will bid you farewell, and that hopefully we will get to see each other again sometime soon.
Our paths will cross, dearie. Don't you worry. Alright. Miss you, kid. And he'll kind of peek his eyes open for it. Like, he'll pretend to, like, creak one of his eyes open and give it, like, a shit-eating grin. And then he'll pretend to go back to sleep.
Oh my god. She will suppress a smile, but, you know, it would be kind of apparent to Gita that, you know, she kind of caught that. And she will give a small wave, and she will trot off in the direction of the tavern.
Okay.
And she will make her way over and head back inside.
Alright. Shit. I gotta rebuild the tavern. Give me a second.
Well, we can always just we can suspend that if you don't want to rebuild it. It's up to you.
No. Hold on.
Okay.
I got you. All of my tokens are still here.
Okay. Also, hi, Kurlon.
Give me a second. I have to build this in an interesting manner.
Ah, I see. Oh man, I gotta write some detailed as fuck notes after all of this shit.
Alright, give me 1 second.
And then maybe see if I can get someone to add the ring onto her hand. That'd be fun. Which is funny too, because if the guy had actually offered or like had stated a way that of like utilizing mana to try and break the woman out, she would have offered the mana that has exceedingly stockpiled on her person. Whether or not that would have been enough is up to debate, but yeah, it would have been a massive amount of mana that she would have offered up to in an attempt, if assuming, of course, that process would have worked.
I'm doing a thing.
Understood. I can tell you're having fun.
I bought tokens.
I bought tokens and I goddamn well gonna use them.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
One more. I'm so curious if I can do this.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, I can. Alright, we're gonna need that tavern ambience here in a minute.
Alright, let me go to our DMs. Give me a second.
Yeah, when you can, repost that to me as well.
Absolutely. Well, actually, you could just scroll up. It's not that far up on our DMs.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. And it's a good thing I fixed my goddamn YouTube. I hate that fucking shit what they're doing now. It's fucking pissing me off.
What are they doing? Question mark?
Hard blocking ad blocks now, or ad blocks now.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I have to do a way to finagle to get it to not do that. Which it's not hard, it's just like, it's really irritating more than anything. Alright, I am ready with the music when you are.
I am not ready with the music.
Understood, tell me when.
I'm looking for the tavern.
Ah, okay. I'm going to go write notes then while I do this, while you do that.
You said okay. Oh, I found it. Okay, alright, understood. You don't have time to write notes, you have time to tavern.
Shit! Okay. Alright, pause the music.
Alright, tell me when to hit play.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, make sure to have it on loop. I love this tavern ambience.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Alright, Miss Aria. Welcome back to the Silver Talon, I think is what I named this place.
I believe so, yes. Ah, he is there. I see.
Who is he?
Yes, who is he sitting in the upper left-hand corner table?
Hmm.
Oh my... Why is there a fucking lampshade in the other thing? I just realized you have a lampshade token.
I don't know. Why is there a lamp in the corner?
Okay. Alright. What the fuck?
Listen, if it's gonna be the final hurrah, we're gonna have fun.
Alright. So she's gonna walk in.
Alright. I'm gonna destroy my voice doing this, but it's gonna be worth it.
Well, don't hurt yourself.
Give me a second, let me... Nah, we gotta take a good old swig.
Uh-huh.
Nom, nom, nom. Coffee. Amazing. Okay. Now that I'm done being a crackhead.
Right. Well, hello again. She'll give it a pat on the head.
He's gonna roll over on a little floor really quick, and then like last time, he's gonna point his nose up and hold out its paw. He has the same kind of jingling that's going on to the side, like a pouch on each side.
She will shake his paw and deposit a coin.
All right, easy there. All right, CJ. Oh, hello again. All
Hello.
right, welcome back to the Silver Talon. I'm glad to get a repeat customer. We got quite a few coming in tonight. But there's a bit of a party kicking off.
Well, I was hoping to get something for the meal tonight and a room for the night as well.
Ah, okay. Well, unfortunately, we only have the one room available for tonight. It's a bit of a pretty penny on it, but I honestly, seeing as you're pretty new here, I don't mind giving you kind of a discount.
Hmm.
Besides, CJ is already taking a bit of a shine to you.
Well, how much for the night then?
Tell you what, dear, call it a swift 20, and then we'll get you set up with some grub.
She will reach into her pouch and pull out 20 coins, and she will hand it to the woman.
Thank you, and then she will give it to CJ.
Fair enough.
All right. Have a seat wherever you like. If you're interested in to figure out we're having a party this afternoon, first of all, she'll point at the old man at the table. It's his birthday. His name is Eustace. Eustace, I do believe, is turning 52 this year.
Ah.
And so everyone's just kind of having a moment. On top of that, our bard is already having some time over there, but he's kicked off.
Out of curiosity, who's the one that's on the table right now?
The one on the table?
Yeah, in the bottom.
You don't know.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I was just wondering if that was meant to be there. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's dancing on the table.
Understood.
Like I said, go have a seat wherever you like. I'll go gather everybody around whenever supper's ready to come out.
Very well. Well, I'm assuming the upper left is also his tables, correct?
Yeah, so over
Okay.
here are some empty tables. Almost every suit will be filled. And now I'm going to roll. So, for a moment, as you have to walk past Grung is sitting at the table with two very beautiful women, one of them seeming to be in more Native American attire with reds and yellows, blues and oranges and finite patterns that almost form into diamonds at the bottom. It's almost like a dress at the bottom. And the other one, a nicely dressed woman who is wearing a cream-colored apron and a white shirt. He seems to be excitedly just shouting something at them, and then he stops for a second, and on the other side of the booth, whips his head around. Oi! Tweety Bird, what are you doing here? Fucking, you can't hide from Grung. You remember me, right? You got none of them short-term, what's he call it? The memories. You remember old Grung, right? I gave you one of me pies.
Of course, I do remember you. It is nice to see you again.
It's nice to see you too. What you gonna get here? There's plenty of steak. There's some stews and all kind of. I might teach the cook a thing or two about how to properly get a fish on, yeah?
I was thinking some stew myself.
Some stew. Oh, right. Good. Hey, why are you sitting by yourself, huh? Fucking, you had a long day, your dogs are barking, huh?
A little bit, yes.
I won't keep you, but at any point in the night you want to get a good drink, you come sit by your old grog. Yeah.
I will keep that in mind.
No, you fucking better. Hey, this one over here, I got to teach her about noodling, and she took one of my pies. This fucking friendly little Tweedum over here. And he'll go back and have conversations with the two ladies.
She's just gonna smile and, return her attention over towards towards the table and like the cooking area.
Alright. Across from Aria are another set of women who seem to be attempting to have a bit of a dance battle. The one with the more reddish brown hair is not dancing very beautifully, but is keeping like a polite demeanor to her, and the bard is kind of giving her a smile every once in a while. While the more, I guess you could say, like a sunny blonde-headed one is making the rudest of sneers to her opponent. And at one point, give me a dice roll really quick.
Understood. 1d20 coming up. I believe that is a 9.
Okay. For no reason that you can make out, suddenly this one has tripped and fell, even though she was doing rather well.
Alright, she'll look in concern and wonder what exactly had happened over there, but she's not gonna necessarily speak up or anything like that.
Yeah. The bard will pause from playing for a moment, kneel down, and help her back up to her feet, and some bit of a ruckus begins between the two women, shouting and pushing at each other.
Mm-hmm.
You leave that situation alone?
Huh? Oh, yeah, she's absolutely gonna leave that situation alone.
Oh, fuck yeah. Give me a second.
Oh my. You want me to roll again?
No. My turn now.
Oh, okay. Understood.
Ooh. Oh, that's painful. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, shit. The music is brought to an abrupt halt as a couple of pushes are shared between the two of them, with a whopping slap. The blonde has slapped the brunette quite hard, in which the brunette has responded by grabbing the loot from the bard and hitting her in the head with it.
Okay. Alright.
The commotion, however, has not disturbed this table or this table. Oi! Why are you over there hitting each other? Fucking shut up with your bullshit and eat some food. And Krug's gonna point one of his big fingers over at the women, and they stop and kind of look at Grung, and you kind of get the feeling that neither of them have ever seen like almost a 7-foot fucking orc with muscles bigger than their entire body just point at them, and then he takes the most daintiest of seats back with the ladies he's talking to, and they kind of just sit there and stare at each other. The bard looks horrified for a moment, but then gently grabs the brunette by her hand and grabs his loot and starts making for the other side of the room. Yes, the loot is its own token.
Ah, I see.
It's its own person, okay?
Understood.
It has its own tree. And instead of playing here, we'll do so more so close to the birthday man and totally not avoiding an assault. What are you doing now?
She's gonna She's basically just gonna wait until she gets food, basically. She is
All right.
enjoying the atmosphere pretty much.
So, as I want to say about like maybe 10, 20 minutes or so, not too terribly long. The innkeeper is going to come back out with the little CJ in tow. CJ, however, has something large balanced on his head with the perfect of poise because he is the goodest of boys. Is going to be a little cake, maybe about the size of a baseball, balanced on his head, and he's going to
Aww.
nudge it onto the table with his nose.
Aww.
With
That's
a
cute.
poorly made candle stuck onto the top. The woman, however, has every kind of plate imaginable. And is going to give out various types of ones, similar to a game like the frog in the cup game.
Yeah.
She's going to sit that little cup and is going to sit a rubber. Well, it's kind of made out of a rubber or leathery like material. But it's actually going to be a frog this time.
Okay.
So the young man throws the frog in the cup, and he grabs off a plate, and they all seem to chuckle as this is a bit of a tradition for this tavern. He slides her very few coins, and the plates are passed around one by one, except for the gentleman who's he's on his special day today. Gets his meal for free. The dog is coming around with mugs of sorts of beers and ale in its teeth, and they're putting coins in his pouch, and it's just a delightful sight. A beautiful smell of roasted meats, a honey-made stew, some slabs of fish with some of them with their heads on and heads off, spices, you name it. It is pretty much on this platter. And she is going around. Each one of them are tossing something until she gets to Miss Aria. Hey, what do you want, dear? What would you like to try to get for this evening, huh?
The stew would be perfect for me.
A stew, eh? Yeah? Go on then, grab your frog.
I'm assuming that's on the tray or what?
Yeah. So
Okay.
there's going to be a cup put down, and then there's going to be a tray, and this is where you get to roll.
All right. 10.
Okay. Alright. There you go. You're getting all kind of discounts out of me today. You keep this up, I'm gonna go bankrupt. She's gonna give a lighthearted smile. That'll be 2 copper for the stew, darling.
She'll hand over the coins, and Aria will smile gratefully at her.
Alright. She'll put down the stew, and CJ will come around. He'll nuzzle up against you for a moment, and then bounce back behind the waitress. Inn owner, you know what I mean.
And she will enjoy the stew.
As you are enjoying your stew, there is going to be 2 things that happen. One, from this direction, if you can see where I'm pointing, you're going to hear something along the lines of, I put out me boot, and she told me to scoot, and I don't quite understand quite well. I fell next to her mum, and she shot my bum. and told me to rot quiet in hell.
Oh my god.
Oh, feather small and twiddle and all. Will you bloody hell? Will you get down? And I fucking I fought for that woman, and she's ran off with a bloody orc. I'll sing whenever I fucking want to. Sit down and let me feed you. You're not gonna get anyone helping you this way if you keep acting like that. Now, bloody hell, sit down. And she'll start to like try to sober him up and give him some bread and some toast and just sit down and listen to his shittily sang woes. Meanwhile, while that's happening, dunk, 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 dunk. Without really seeing that you're there, a gentleman who seems almost in the more magical type robes. It's going to be different types of embroidery that you can see on his sleeves. And he hasn't even paid Aria any much mind. He's got a couple of quills in his teeth, a couple of ink pots that he just kind of like chucks onto the table. And he just gets the drawing, and he doesn't give her any mind, or doesn't even notice that he sat down with someone else.
She will simply acknowledge him and continue and eventually finish eating.
Okay. Right. Just sit down and eat your bread. All right, everybody. Can I get your plate, darling?
Yeah. And she'll hand it over. It was
Thank
delicious, thank you.
Ah, you're quite welcome. Oi, Cecil, I know you ordered a room for the night, but are you gonna get anything to eat? And he'll lift up his finger. Shh. No, I'm onto something. If anything, oranges, 3 of them. And then he'll look up and hand her 2 gold, which seems quite expensive for 2 oranges, and then she'll kind of sigh for a second. Oh, all right. Thank you, Miss Aria. I hope you have a good rest tonight.
Thank you.
One by one, each person for the tavern will slowly make their way to higher rooms, other areas.
And Aria will make her way over to her room.
Okay, stop. Go back. Get by the lamppost.
Oh, god damn it.
Roll a d20.
Oh no. I don't like this. Oh, that's a 12. Oh no, what did you do?
Okay. As you're coming up the stairs, in not a very fashionable manner, the decorated lamp that wasn't there before, that is now there, is you're going to hear something akin to
yes, money. No one will know.
Okay! She's gonna take a few steps back down towards the stairs. And she's gonna turn around and whistle. Looking to primarily get the attention of the innkeep or CJ.
The innkeep is going to turn and look at you for a second. However, CJ is gonna
CJ, would you be so kind as to inspect that lampshade? The one that's just apparently moved.
and then he'll go over and you'll hear
Oi! Go away, you filthy mutt! I am a lampshade. I am a lamp. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Lamp. Wait, lamps don't talk. I am a magic lamp.
thunk.
I think I got away.
Oh god, my barking has woken up my real dog.
Oh no. Oh no.
What did I say in dog to you? Come here and let me pet you?
You have an...
Alright. So, CJ is losing his mind, chasing at the lamp. What do you do?
She's gonna let CJ have fun with the lamp. She's gonna go bolt into her room and lock the door.
Alright, so after a while, unannounced to you, because at this point you're, off into thy bedroom. Just quietly moving all the tokens in one little corner. Not for me to conveniently grab them, you know, whenever I need them or anything. Just, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Even grung. Not now, Raylan. After a while, CJ kind of gives up on the lamp. Tavern owner, after a while, goes off to her room. Roll me one last d20 for the night.
Nat 20.
So you absolutely hear the sound. Let's see here if I can get this to move correctly. Oh, yes, there we go. You absolutely hear just the metal sound of almost like something pogoing across the hardwood floor. Toon, toon. And then on the other side of your door, you hear...
I gotta...
as something seems to be trying to jimmy the lock to your door.
She is going to get up. She's going to make her way to the door. Does it swing outward by chance?
Yes, it does.
She is going to slam that thing right back at it.
So, with a one big heavy slam, the lamp falls over, crashing to 1,000 pieces. And, revealing who's under the lamp.
Yes, a teeny tiny goblin.
What did I get hit by?
She's gonna...
Fuck!
Is the goblin armed by chance?
No.
Okay.
Nothing on him.
Okay. She's gonna grab him by the scruff of his neck and toss him off the balcony.
Now, when you say balcony, do you mean all the way from here?
basically, she's gonna like toss him down here.
So you're technically tossing him from a first floor balcony.
Yeah, and making enough noise that hopefully someone else hears it.
A 3-foot body going down a first floor balcony.
Yeah?
Okay!
I mean...
Alright! Fair enough! I'm gonna roll to see if the goblin dies! That's essentially you throwing a toddler off of a balcony!
I mean, he tried to break into her room. She's not pleasantly happy about that. Zoom in a bit more.
Mufasa! So the goblin's not dead!
Okay.
He's very injured
Understood.
and horribly concussed as you yeet him with the force of God off of a story balcony, and the last thing you hear is, "What the fuck?"
Oh my god.
As your night
Ugh.
finally becomes quiet.
She's gonna go back into her room, shut the door, and relock it.
Okay, are you doing anything else before you go to sleep?
Yes, actually. She is going to stare at the ring on her finger and keep the thought of the woman in the forefront of her mind, and then she will fall asleep. She is looking to visit the woman.
Okay. As you drift off to sleep, a few things can be made out. The same lake that you saw before, but instead of seeing any forms of blue water like you have in the last two dreams, this time is a bit more dark, but not a menacing dark. An appearance of light, almost like a spotlight, comes through the center of the lake, seemingly out of nowhere. It feels more like God rays, if you know what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
Glistening down to one area. The woman, as described, for this time will sit cross-legged in the middle of the lake, seeming to look for something or someone. After not being able to see you in this dream, takes a deep breath and then lays flat of her back as if she's going to sleep for the night in the middle of the lake. It is starry around her in every direction, and she closes her eyes in the dream.
Okay, so out of curiosity, can Aria do anything in the dream?
You can walk into the water a little while, but as long as it takes you to... Where did my puppy go? As long as it takes you to walk a little bit towards her, you are returned to the world of the waking.
Understood.
Now, before you move...
Oh no.
Alright. Now you may move.
Okay. She's, tiredly gonna wake up, open the door, and step out.
Okay. So, the man from earlier, it was his birthday yesterday, is going to just look at you with a bit of tired look in his eyes. Just like he doesn't feel like he's had enough coffee to be awake just yet. And he's got a more weathered looking broom, and he's slowly sweeping up the shards of glass from last night's thievery attempt. He's going to kind of look at you for a moment. He's like, "Oi, lass, do you know anything about this bloody lamp? I don't remember buying this for the tavern."
No, it's more of, well, I heard something fall in the night, and when I didn't think too much of it. I drifted off to sleep shortly afterwards.
Right. Watch your feet, love. Don't want to get any glass in your toes.
Oh yeah, given that she's barefoot, pretty much, yeah. She's gonna tiptoe around the glass and make her way down the stairs.
Alright. As soon as you make it down the stairs, just as you would expect, the tavern's owner and a couple of the patrons, including dear old Grung, are investigating the goblin body that is not woken up yet.
Oh no! She's just gonna
Hi.
look over.
Hello.
What happened here?
We're not sure. There was a broken lamp, and this goblin was here, and I made sure I locked the door last night, I think. Unless something happened. He hasn't woken up yet. I'm kind of fearing that he's dead. Not that I'm too terribly worried, but I don't know how he got in here.
Not sure.
Did you hear anything last night, Miss Aria, was it?
Yes. I only heard something falling over. I guess it was that lamp, but I didn't think too much of it. I drifted off to sleep shortly afterwards.
I don't remember buying the lamp either. But go ahead and have a seat, dear.
She'll make her way over here.
Oi, freaky bad woman. Are you actually Teacher's cousin?
She will give a small smile and merely tilt her head. What do you think?
I feel like you're his girlfriend, and he's not wanting to tell you. Tell us the truth, because he thinks they were too young to understand boyfriend-girlfriend things.
She will laugh. No. Nope. Not that.
So, Teacher's like birdie? Like you? But not got any wings or nothing?
Nope.
Then how are you his cousin?
There are some things that perhaps the answers are not needed.
He's gonna fold his arms and kind of lean over and give you a bit of a heavy squint. I don't like that you're lying to me.
I mean, you didn't accept the truth the last time, so...
Well, yeah. First of all, it's not every day you see a bird woman on top of the bell tower, and then you come in And teacher say, she's your cousin. It's hard to believe, And he'll kind of pinch his fingers together, doing the whole money thing.
Oh my god. She's just gonna let out a sigh and just shake her head. It's like, well, you choose to believe what you want to believe. I cannot make that choice for you.
I'll go away if you buy me a meat pie.
Now, why would I do that?
Keep my mouth shut.
And if I don't?
Yeah. I go squawking about and see if, that people, they believe me or not.
Well, if that is what you wish to do, then go right ahead.
I was just trying to get a meat pie. God damn it.
She's literally just gonna call his bluff. Yeah, she's just gonna call his bluff.
He'll do the whole thing of like sticking out his tongue and like pulling down his chin. Go have a seat.
She'll just shrug and just be like, okay.
Scandalous rumor: bird woman takes teacher by storm. I'm joking.
Oh my fucking god. Good thing she's leaving.
Alright. So the tavern seems a bit normal on her last stay here. They are trying to investigate the goblin, and I'm going to make a roll to see if he wakes up. If I get a natural 1, he's going into a coma. I did not get a natural 1. And he's waking up.
What happened?
Yes, that's what we're trying to figure out what happened here. What are you doing here, little goblin?
I was trying to bring you a lamp.
Why were you trying to bring me a lamp?
Because you're pretty.
You're trying to bring me a lamp because I was pretty.
Yeah, look at this place. It obviously needed a lamp. So I brought you a lamp.
Right. And why should I believe that?
Because I was gonna bring you a lamp for his birthday. Yeah, his birthday. And I tried hiding it. Surprise! Big surprise. Yes, yeah. Big surprise. And then I was attacked by the door. And then I flew. I fell off of there. So the pretty lamp that I was bringing for his that guy's birthday. Yeah.
God.
Right. Well, I'm sure Eustace appreciates the lamp. I'm either going to ask you to buy something, or please get out.
I see how. Appreciate tiny greenskin. You do not know. Oh no, you appreciate big greenskin.
Oi! Just 'cause I'm bigger than you doesn't mean that we don't deserve respect, but it sounds like you was up to no good, you little half pint.
Shut up, you no help!
And he's gonna run for the door.
Oh my god. And there he goes.
Yeah, they're just gonna let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, go ahead and have a seat, Mr. Grung. I don't mind if I do. Hi, Pipsqueak. You sleep good?
I did. How about yourself?
Ah, I slept as bug as a snug in a rug and a bug and a snug in a rug.
Well, I'm glad.
What you gonna try to get for your last night here, Em?
I'm not sure. Something enough to give me energy for a long flight.
A long flight? You're not gonna ride the wagon back home?
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, well, I'm offering me wheels. This is the last time you're gonna see old Grung. You might as well spend some time with him. And he'll fold his arms to be all huffy puffy about it. He's also potentially the last ride I'll give anyone for a couple of weeks. And he's gonna look kind of like he's closing his eyes and looking around like, and then he smiles at her.
Well, we shall see then.
Yeah. Alrighty. Oi, what did you make of Pipsqueak over there? I don't remember seeing him at the party last night.
I have absolutely no idea.
So, what is going to be your plan for the last morning in the tavern?
She is going to attempt to grab a good meal, and then probably say her final goodbyes and make her way home.
So, tavern owner is gonna come by and have the same breakfast treatment as last time. Everybody seems to be grabbing something rather normal. Couple of high-end breakfasts here and there. The man from yesterday who was singing his woes is obviously hungover. But the smells are delightful nonetheless.
She will.
Hi.
Yep. I don't remember
Good
what
morning.
was technically on the menu, so she's just gonna grab something that will interest her and that she will give her energy for the day.
Oh, you think you're just gonna grab that plate?
Oh, I know she's not gonna grab it. I know what's happening.
But to say, madam's here, the disrespect of frogging the cup.
Oh, fuck. Fuck me. Nat one.
Wait, did you actually?
Yeah, I nat one. I went to a nat 20 to a nat 1.
You put your foot on the gas. You put your foot on the gas, and the car said no.
Oh, fuck. Well, that was bound to happen.
So, with your natural one, I think I want to say with a sleepy look in your eye, you just dropped the frog onto the floor. What an embarrassing plap. And the plap is so embarrassing, in fact. It is just at the moment when the music in the tavern
Oh no.
stops. Just enough to where people can see and hear it.
I hate it. Ah, fuck. Okay.
But as soon as the embarrassment is over, the music continues, and then the tavern keeper is going to say, "Hey, listen here, darling. Just because, yeah, you're on your way out this morning, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Is this your first time in Ristov? I forgot if you told me that or not.
It is, yes.
Well, from me to you, and from CJ to you, how about I give you a little something, a little bit more than those 2 dry pieces of toast,
She will smile gratefully at her. I'd appreciate that.
You're welcome. She'll pull out a little warm bowl of what we would know as grits, but it's more so like a porridge with a couple of pieces of meat to the side. They are cut up into fine cubes. It appears to be tiny roasted pieces of venison next to the grits with those very depressing pieces of toast. It's enough to get her going, but it is not 5-star dining.
Indeed, indeed. She will nod gratefully and thank her.
Yeah, you're welcome, dearie. Just maybe try to take in your sights before you go.
I will. I will do just that.
Alright. Grung will eat across from her, but not bother her too terribly much. Maybe with a regaling story of all of his fishing trips about how this tuna was bigger than my head this time, and he goes to regale the story a little bit more, and suddenly the tuna's a little bit smaller. He tells her stories of a wise old turtle that could whistle songs, just whimsical things, just to kind of pass the time. Yeah. Yes, it's a good old Grung.
She will eat and enjoy the stories that he's telling.
All right. It is up to you. What happens from here?
She will finish up and look to Grung and go, so, you said you're on your way back out as well.
Yeah, I've got to get on the other side of the mountain, but I got to make one more trip back through where I was, because, well, there's a friend of mine I needed to go pick up, and I never really got to pick them up, and we need to get on the other side of the mountain.
Well, I do need to get back to the gate that I came through.
Yeah.
Well, if you're headed that way, well, why not? I'll come travel with you for a time.
Bless me heart, I get to spend one more day with Tweety Bird! Let's go!
He'll fucking, like, slam his hands down onto the table in excitement like a little kid. The plates, whenever he slams his hands down, will jump for a second and then clatter back onto the table. Yeah. Wait, on the way I can teach you how to make, I can teach you how to make brick chicken. Yeah. You ever had a brick chicken?
No, can't say that I have.
Oh, I'm gonna make you the finest brick chicken you've ever had.
Well, then I will look forward to it.
Good. Frog's having a good day already. He's not even leaving. I got to spend some more time. Alright. Hey, meet me outside when you're ready to go, huh?
I'm ready now, whenever you are.
Hey, can I do something then? He's gonna lean down as if he is going to be almost like a knight for a moment, and then just gently pat on that big muscular shoulder of his. Come on, Twitter, let's get you home, huh?
She will let out a laugh, and she will hop very effortlessly and sit on his shoulder, looking very happy.
Mm-hmm. Hottest man in Ristov.
Oh my god. I love this. I love this.
Alright. So with that being said, I think her first journey has come to a close.
Yeah.
Aria will be brought back through the same route that she had taken. This time, however, but with the same day's travel, it's only going to take her a day, just like it did last time. With the same travel, she's going to find herself with so many stories just on the ready. A mysterious artifact to either potentially go home and investigate or to bring back and investigate.
Indeed.
A couple of pouches of very good food made by a brand new friend who thinks the sun sets in her eyes.
Aww.
And will gently put her down at the gate.
She will.
Oh,
go ahead,
welcome to Ristov, and I hope you come back soon. He'll give her the sweetest little pat on the head and wish her farewell.
She will, before he leaves, she will thank him for everything. And out of her pouch, she will pull out one of, should be the one of 5 remaining crystals in her pouch. And she will offer it to him as something to give to him.
I got a memento from Tweederbird. I'm not gonna cry in front of you. I don't want that to be the last memory though, bro. Nope. I gotta stay strong. You have a safe travel, okay?
And you as well. Maybe meet again someday.
Hey! And I'll find you, and we'll have more stories to tell, huh?
Indeed.
Bye. Bye, Tweety! And he'll do like his famous little dance and start getting back on his cart.
She will wave him farewell, and then disappear into the gate. And head home.
Yeah.
I very much enjoyed that.
Me too.
Yep, and she will be spending about another week heading back home.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed your little tabletop experience.
I did. I very much did. That was wonderful.
So, I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag here.
Yeah?
3/4 of that was just improv.
I love that. I really do. I really do love that. That was a lot of fun.
I'm so glad.
That was a lot of fun.
I'm glad.
Yeah, so we got some very interesting stories to tell. She's got a very interesting item now.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get to do the one thing, which in a way I'm actually grateful for, because that actually helps a little bit in terms of things that...
What was the one thing?
Her unlocking her magic. And that would have been the one thing that was a hidden condition. If she had gotten injured significantly at any point, her magic would have triggered and revealed itself to her. She still does not know that she has it. But yeah, that was a fun journey, a very fun journey. And
So,
yeah.
about the magic, by the way.
Yep.
Friendly reminder that the more sessions that are going to be held in VR
Mm-hmm.
are still in the works.
Yeah.
Of getting a lot of this together is going to take me updating on the count. 86 models.
Holy shit.
That is how much effort I put into one season of Ristov.
Yeah.
So whenever this session was approached, I was like, "Madam, you're getting on desktop. You're getting on.
No,
you're
yeah,
getting on Roll20."
Yeah, no, I liked it. This was a fun change. I very much enjoyed it. And I will very much look forward to when, the VR sessions will happen up, because Aria would like to return. So she will obviously. I will search out Rochelle. I will search out Sakoto. Obviously.
Yeah.
You do need to tell me what exactly the exact pictures that she does have on her phone.
Yeah, I got you.
Like, give me a list of what she has, and then, yeah, we'll see what she does with the ring. She's pretty much every night she's gonna try and communicate with the woman inside.
Yeah. So here's some things that the information will probably be slowed down for a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because a lot of the things that are happening with the mountain are going to probably take myself, Oblivious, and a handful of others probably about a month to get together.
Yeah.
Because, one, there are no physical locations for this for us to do yet.
Yeah.
So, essentially, what I wanted to give you as a DM, and then coming back in as a player for things, is to give a little bit more time, but to give a stepping stone of information for essentially what I'm saying is probably one of Oblivious's most played characters. Because that whole area has to do with Sakoto.
Yeah.
So that is, you know us, that's going to be something that's a lot more heavily detailed. However, I will say, case in point, just to keep in mind, what's happening to the ring is strictly detailed to what's happening with your journey for Ristov, which means like strictly our one-to-one sessions.
Okay.
However, the details of the mountain are going to be your key of doing anything that has to deal with that portion of the story.
Okay.
And it is to keep them separate so I don't go insane.
Yeah. So, more than anything, give me a list of details in DMs, and then what she can and cannot relay and stuff like that, and I can work with that. And then, well, seed information about the ring from time to time, honestly, and see if
Absolutely.
happens with that.
Think about the ring like a Pokeball. You know there's a Pokemon inside, but you don't necessarily know how to open the Pokeball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, so that'll be interesting.
And I have not been able to say this in I think 2 years. Thank you for traveling to Ristov.
It was a joy.
It
And
means a lot to me.
Yeah, and thank you for putting this together, because, like I said, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad we finally got to do this, and because I've been wanting to do this for several months, and we finally, had the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, usually when I make a promise to people, I try to fire it up. It'll take me a little while, but I'll fire it up.
Yeah. It was very much enjoyable. It was a fun session.
Good.
So, yeah, we'll get to see her.
You should be conveniently coming home, wink wink, right around when Halloween things are happening, wink wonk.
Yep.
Might even come home a little bit sooner if the winds are good, wink wink.
Yep. We'll see what happens with that. More than like, well, let's see. Depending what's happening on the 26th, she might just show up.
Yeah. Wink, wink.
Yep. I might have to ask Sizzle to put a ring on her finger just to denote that she has it. Yeah.
There's some implications there.
Oh my god. You know what I mean.
I know, but like, man, I now have to find. Grung needs to happen.
Yeah, he does.
This will be the third orc under my belt, but Grung needs to happen.
We need to see this man in all his glory in VR
We need
chat.
to see him in 4K.
Yeah.
Cause Grung was the only one that was planned. The rest of them were tokens that I bought in improv.
I love that. That was great. So yeah, she's gonna come back with a fair few things.
Yeah.
You do need to tell me what
what
stone that necklace is, by the way. I need to know what type of stone.
It's the pink stone, right?
Yeah, the reddish pink one that you
Reddish pink one. I can look it up here in a little bit. Because if I'm not careful, people are gonna go, is it Spinel? Is it
I mean, I literally asked that of you, too.
Yeah, I know. But I know as soon as it's brought up, like, in character.
Yeah.
So, like, just, I can hear fucking Arbor vibrating in the background. Is it Spinel? No, I'm joking. But yeah, you are free to go do whatever you need to do, my little bird. I had a good time. I was a little tired when we started, but I'm glad that I did it.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. So I think what I'll do is go send people off and catch up on some stuff on my end. So let's see, who be live that I can send you all off to?
Am I allowed to read some people's names off that are live, or
Absolutely.
do you want to just hunt them? Off the top of the rack here, we have Miss Ribbonheart with Swarm. We have Miss Oblivious with Miss Sokoto, because I do believe the lobby's going on right now. We have Mr. Emo, who is also at the Aegis lobby. Mr. Hamsky, who just simply has space karate.
Yes. He's also at Aegis right now.
Yeah. Miss Callista and Hal's up too. So a lot of our good friends are up and about.
You know what? I have the perfect raid target.
Yes.
We're gonna go and wish Sizzle a very wonderful birthday, because it is her birthday today.
Yes.
And she is a dear and wonderful friend that I very much care for.
I also love Miss Sizzle.
Yeah, and she's done a lot for a lot of us. So here's our raid message. We're gonna go give love to Sizzle. Go wish her happy birthday. She is an amazing person, and I'm very glad to know her and get to roleplay with her.
Yes.
So that being said, no stream for me tomorrow. I'm taking tomorrow off and hanging out with some people and getting some stuff planned. Saturday, there's no Ascension, so I don't know what I'm gonna do Saturday. Maybe I'll game. I don't know. We'll figure something out. And then Sunday, Heaven's Reach and Inkwell.
Damn, I'm gonna be busy.
Yeah. And Heaven's Reach I'm excited for because I should have something for one of my characters that I get to reveal. So
yeah.
Anyways, Mara, thank you so much again for doing this. It was an absolute joy, and
I hope you mean that. I'm very happy.
I do. I very much do. Alright, I will see everyone later. Good night.
Good night.